What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. JW here. Rush Truck Centers, Colorado. Got some triplets for you today. This is a little bit of an addition to another video I did on the Diamond White 567. These are all new 2020s that just have arrived. And so I just wanted to go through. I'll go through the colors first. And the reason I want to do this is because I am getting a ton of calls from you guys who have been looking at my Diamond Black 567 or 579, I'm sorry. And they like that owner operator spec. The really neat thing about these 567s is I can configure them in so many different ways. And these ones do have the set forward axles on them. And it has a little bit more of a hood than a 579. But when you drive them, it's surprising how you don't really see that much of a hood from inside. So if you guys have been looking at that 579, I've been getting a ton of calls on the owner op spec 579, that Diamond Black. This is a great alternative truck right here. 265 wheelbase on each of these. This first one is a black cherry. And the black cherry seems, in comparison to a 389, the black cherry seems like it's a little bit darker. And I don't know if it's going to translate too well on the video, but when you're back away from the truck, on the shiny side, or on the sunny side, I should say, you almost have to do a double take on it because it looks black. And as you kind of come across the truck in a different manner, you can see how it shines through. It's a great color. I love the lines on these 567s. They're awesome. This one's Diamond Black. I thought it was a gunmetal gray, but if you look, that one's a gunmetal gray. It's a lot lighter than this one. This is a great color. I'll try to keep my ugly mug out of the shot. And this one is black when you step back. I'm gonna go radiant red. I have a gunmetal gray. It's at another location, so if you like that gunmetal gray, let me know, because I have one of those as well. These are all spec'd identical trucks. I kind of like how the cowl panel on the back of this fender is really long. It makes the hood look longer. So you can see how these trucks look from the front. I'm going to jump under the hood and I'll go through the spec on this other one real quick. So I got a lot of guys calling me from California. I have trucks and we are getting very good at helping you with your registrations. If you operate more than 51% outside the state of California, there's some opportunities there for some tax exemptions. I basically just share the information with you, and then you need to talk to your accountant and do with it what you see fit. So 13.2 fronts, air ride. This is a Peterbilt air ride front suspension. They're not dump back. There's not a dump switch for those, but we have ways. I even have one guy who's putting an overinflate valve on his. I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to turn out, but our body shop's figured out how to do it. Everything's all polished. Again, it's a 265 wheelbase. Running the 45-degree curved tips. I think they're about a 54-inch height, which gets you just right between that 13. I think it's just barely over 13 foot. If you guys are running fuel and you need shorter stacks, we can change those out, no problem. and I'm told the height of the sleeper is just about right. It's Hodge-built fenders, everything's all polished. This one's a 30-inch low drop. You got your Alcoa level 1 wheels with the round hole, 22.5 rubber, disc brakes all around. .336 rear gear sets. Peterbilt low leaf suspension, and this is a Holland FW17 fifth wheel, and it's got, I believe, a 24-inch slide. Might be any, yeah, it's a 24. 135 gallon tank on this side, and again you can kind of see how dark the color is on that black cherry on this side. So all three of these trucks are weighing in around 18.7. This has got the saddle gray interior. Or I'm sorry, sterling gray. My apologies. You can put your CB antenna up there, or we can put it on the back of the sleeper. Give this thing a minute to boot. Engine light comes on, runs the self-diagnostic, and then goes out. While we're waiting for the smart nav to fire up, we'll go ahead and do the back of the truck real fast. So, as you can see here, this one has ambient lighting on it. The cool thing about this ambient lighting, if you watch, you can dim it. That way when you're watching TV you can have soft lighting in here. It's not harsh. We did put S-bar bunk heaters on these trucks. To take a toolbox off, there's plenty of room for an APU. Plenty of room to stand up. Closet. Of course, your fridge. You got an extra drawer for your canned goods and whatnot. It does have fold-away armrests. Not that that's really necessary in a 567 because the cab width is so nice and it's easy to get in here. You can kind of see down the hood here too, guys. Like I said, it's a little bit of an optical illusion. So if you're partial to the 579, I think you'd get along real well with this one. You can see to the corners well. Did all the sound and thermal insulation on these trucks, so they're real quiet. I drove one of these down to Colorado Springs and it rides just as good, if not better, than a 389. I've said that in my other video and I'll stand by that. If you don't believe me, come test drive one and prove me wrong. So there you have it, guys. Again, this is JW. If you have questions on this truck or any of the other trucks available, give me a call. My number is 970-518-5520. If you like these videos, go ahead and click in the button in the bottom right hand corner and subscribe. We'd love to have you. And you guys all have a great Labor Day weekend and stay safe. Talk soon.